How would you like to become your own banker? I can show you a strategy on how to become your own banker and how that would ultimately benefit you. Why? Because did you know that out of every $1 that you spend out in the general world, you pay 33 to 34% of that in interest costs. So if you were to become your own banker, how would you like to pocket that 1/3 of every dollar instead of going to a finance or banking institution, come back in your pocket? I can show you a way on how to definitely do that. What's important here is that you need to learn and understand how the concept works so that you can properly institute it, and I can show you that path. Okay, in becoming your own banker, you want to be able to take advantage of what we call interest volume and opportunity costs with your money. This is usually given or paid to someone else when you go out and purchase something, like a car or financing anything that you might purchase out there in this world. Okay, this is important in understanding that, because when you're able to capture that interest volume and opportunity costs, you increase your wealth. I don't want to say exponentially, but pretty darn close. In this world, mostly everyone, when you go out and make a major purchase, you have to usually go out and go to your bank and spend the money yourself, or go out in the financing or lending world and borrow money to help finance that purchase. Okay, when you do that, obviously there are interest costs or interest volume involved with this, and that what that does is that obviously you make the financing or lending institutions more expensive by paying that interest. Okay, by becoming your own banker, you recapture those interest costs, those opportunity costs that is normally lost or associated with spending when you make that major purchase. So if you understand this concept that I've just kind of spelled out for you in a very basic way, it is an extreme advantage on why you would want to choose to become your own banker and implement that strategy. Okay, one of the big advantages that we teach you in becoming your own bank is that we teach you to understand that in the traditional way of banking, there are 3 positions that exist in the banking world. Number 1, you have the lender. Number 2, you have the depositor. And number 3, you have the borrower. And the way that we've been all taught since childhood and all the way up through our adult lives, we possibly participate in 1 or maybe 2 of those positions in the banking system. 1, we probably always, if you bought something either via lending or via a loan, we've always been a borrower. And number 2, if you had enough money to put in the bank, you would also be a depositor. Okay, by becoming your own bank, you occupy all 3 positions in the banking system. Not only are you the borrower because you're borrowing money from your own bank, you're also funding your own bank, okay? And number 3, you also become the lender, so that you become the recipient of all that interest charges and all the other charges that how banks make money now go to you instead of the traditional banks. When I show you how that works and how exactly you can maximize funding your own bank and growing it so that you take advantage of the way the banks have been more or less taking advantage of us, you will no doubtly increase your wealth by at least 20 to 30% based on those growth calculations. Okay? So, thank you. So if you like what you heard and you want to become or learn about how to become your own banker, please call me or email me. The numbers and addresses are at the bottom of the screen. Thank you.